There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a 1st and goal right around the 10-yard line. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Let's bring it. Hey, let's go.
To throw is Goff. Forced out to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We go Blankenship on for the field goal of 32-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Carr now to throw. Able to complete complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Carr now on first down. Open man here is Conklin. 7 yards the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down now, it's Price. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now Goff. Rolling to his right. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis, and that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Swift. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run with Swift. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back. end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Carr. This complete to Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Price. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. With his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Raiders 7. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Well, they imposed their will on that last drive. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Carr to throw again. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. On play action, now Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Price. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On play action, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Raiders 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff throwing the out route incomplete. That's Arnold. And he goes out right around the 39.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before break here. Goff eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Carlson now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Raiders' 36-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Super one. Got three. Three down. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We're good.
Gone. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd and goal, Goff to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Blankenship's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
At the 13-yard line.
Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, Price. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 37.
He's getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Price. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Price, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. White. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Derek Carr with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Back to throw. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second and 7. Once again, it's Swift. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Goff looking to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
Raiders 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. Price. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Carr to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Price, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Price, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing his Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge. I
like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And some room to run now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 112 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Detroit, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.